Well, Michelle, I hope you can hear us. My name is Dawn Dillon. I'm the director of the first year experience here at Peace. And it is my pleasure to have my colleague Kevin Phillips here to talk a little bit about our public safety program department here at Peace. Um, Michelle, it looks like you're going to be the only one for a moment. So you've got the one-on-one session, but we are recording it. So, but I'm going to take this opportunity to go ahead and turn it over to Kevin. We may have other people join us, and we'll do that. But feel free to take yourself off of mute if you have any questions, or I'll be monitoring the chat and can handle them that way. It's all up to you, Kevin. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dawn. And Michelle, welcome. I'd oh, is that you? Okay, I can hear you now. So
Yes.
I just wanted to take really what I'd like to get out of this session is number one, kind of go over a little bit about what we do from a public safety perspective, and then really make myself available to you to answer any questions that you may have about some of our responsibilities, some of our duties, and how we could support your student while they're here at William Peace University. So just jumping into it really quickly, there's several things that we do from a public safety perspective. Number one is we, of course, have public safety officers that are here 24/7. So there's always going to be somebody here on campus that can provide support to your student, especially while they're here on property. Some of the things that we do is, we're constantly going to be out in our campus community conducting patrols. We do our patrols several different ways. We've got a vehicle that we can use. We do a lot of foot patrols. So you're going to see us walking around the campus a lot. You'll see us on a golf cart, but we're going to be in all of our campus properties, in our academic buildings, in our residential halls, parking lots, nearby streets, everywhere that we can be to ensure that there's a presence that's noticed and that people feel safe and know that there's a public safety presence. We do provide escorts. So if your student is not feeling safe walking on campus at a certain time of the night, or even at some point during the day, they can call our public safety department. We can meet them wherever they are, and we can escort them to their car. We can escort them to their resident hall, just wherever they would need that escort to be. So that's another service that we provide. Crime prevention and education. We do a lot of things throughout the year to try to educate our students on, depending on different things that are happening in the community, or different events that are happening nationwide, spring break. We talk about spring break safety. We talk about Halloween safety. We talk about safety during the holidays when it comes to protecting your valuables and not becoming a victim of theft. Because we know that during those kind of times, some of those incidences tend to increase a little bit. We also are responsible for issuing our parking permits to all of our students, our faculty, and our staff. So if you have a student that is going to be driving and parking on campus, then they would need a parking permit, and we kind of manage that process for issuing those permits. And we also, manage the enforcement of our parking control through patrols in our parking lot and monitoring to ensure that people that are supposed to be parking on campus are, and those that aren't. We have a process for how we manage through that so we can ensure we can get them in compliance, or we can get them off of campus completely. We issue out the ID card. So when your student gets their ID card, that will come from public safety. We put access on those cards so that they're able to access areas that they need to access. So if they're staying in a specific residential hall, we will put that access on that card to make sure that they have the ability to enter and exit that hall as necessary. And then we just kind of manage building access control throughout the entire campus. So when it comes to how badge readers are working, how doors are working, who has access to certain areas, when they have access to these areas, those are all things that are managed through public safety as well. So just a few things that I wanted to touch on, but I really, again, like I said, I wanted to open it up to answer any questions that you may have, or maybe something that I might have missed that you have a question about. I'm happy to go over that with you now.
The only question I've got is if there's a normal car that's driven, but possibly multiple cars might need to be driven. How do you handle that?
So if you have a student that has the potential to drive multiple cars, we can issue a permit to that primary card. And if you give us the information, because we're not going to have you buy a permit for every single car that you're going to drive, but if you provide us with any information on whether they're driving a different car for that particular day, then we can note that on our on the spreadsheet that we use to kind of manage all that information, so that that student doesn't run into any issues if they decide to drive that car. The permit isn't something that's permanent. So if you stick it in your window and you want to peel it off and put it on another car that we have information on, you're able to do that as well. So you should be fine.
Okay, all right, thank you. That's it.
I think you muted, Dawn.
I knew I would do that at least once. So Michelle, if you don't have any other questions, anything final thoughts that you want to share, Kevin, or any other points that you want to bring up before we conclude?
Sure. Well, just as a final thought, we look forward, of course, to your student coming here on campus in August, and we want to make ourselves available to your student, 24/7. So, we will talk some more directly with our students about how they can contact us 24/7, phone numbers that they can call to be able to do that. So as we get closer to that time, we'll certainly be able to share that information as well. But we're just looking forward to supporting your student the best way that we can. And hopefully I've answered any questions that you have, and I'm available to answer more as necessary.
I just will throw in a personal shout out to my public safety colleagues. I've worked at a couple of different campuses, and public safety has such a positive reputation here. And so many of the officers have been here for a while and have developed relationships, and students get excited when they see them coming. And I just really appreciate that about our department and the leadership, and what that means to being part of the Peace Campus. So this will be recorded and will be available for anybody that wants to look at it. Kevin, are you doing any appointments, or would you just suggest people email you if they have a question? What's the best thing to do?
Yeah, so just for now, because I will be doing appointments, but for now, until I can get everything set up, just shoot me an email with any additional questions. My email address is kophillips@peace.edu, KOPHILLIPS@peace.edu. So if you just shoot me an email, if anything comes up, any other questions come up that you may not have thought about tonight, and I will respond to you quickly and get those answers for you.
All righty. Well, thanks for joining us, Michelle. Oh, do you have anything else you wanted to add?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
All righty. And thank you, Kevin. And everybody have a great night.